I often get asked by patients and online and through email inquiries what foods are good to be taking when you're in the menopause. Well, a lot of it, I think, comes down to kind of good common sense nutrition. So, what we want to be avoiding is a lot of sugar and processed foods. Especially sugar, it really interferes with our hormones. It messes with our stress hormones. It causes more inflammation. So it can make things like hot flushes and sleep worse. So sugar is a no-no, unfortunately, because we all love a bit of sugar. What's very important is to have a good quantity of healthy fats. So that's things like nuts, seeds, avocados, olive oil, because fat is very important for our female hormone production, especially if you're in the perimenopause where your hormone levels are fluctuating. Some healthy fats will be very important. I'd say with every meal, really. A good level of protein is also important. And this is particularly important if you're vegetarian and perhaps not eating meat and fish. Make sure you're getting an adequate protein source. And in terms of fruit and vegetables, I'd say you want to be going for a minimum of 5 a day, and that's normally 3 veg. And I'd make it more on the cruciferous veg, so things like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, because these are very good for hormone balancing, and perhaps 2 fruits more on the berry side, because they're very important for balancing hormones as well. Look, I'm not a nutritionist, so this is just some basic nutritional advice. And of course, there are other nutritionists out there who've got more knowledge if you need it. But I always say start with the basics first. And the basics are getting rid of the bad stuff. So that's processed stuff, too much sugar. Of course, a little bit now and again is okay, but we've got to be mindful that a little bit doesn't turn into a lot. And then adding in the good stuff. So good fats, enough fruit and veg a day, and enough protein. Carbohydrates are not a bad thing, especially when your body is under stress, like it is when you're in the menopause. But I'd go for the healthy carbs, non-refined, so things like rice, maybe brown pasta, things like potatoes and sweet potatoes that are going to be quite balancing. And when we're looking at our plate, we kind of want a third protein, a third carbs, a third veg or fruit or salad or whatever you're having, and also that added fat as well. So maybe an olive oil dressing or something like that. I hope that's helpful in terms of some basic guidelines for food around menopause. And if you've got any further questions, do let me know.